Hello everyone, welcome to MMA Wired. Leon Edwards is planning for the future and wants to fight Jorge Masvidal. But why is Edwards calling Masvidal a rat? What are the fan reactions to Jiri Prochazka versus Glover Teixeira during UFC 275 last weekend? Why does Anthony Smith have an issue with the fight? Lastly, we have an insane cage-side video of Zhang Weili spinning back fist KO of Joanna Jedrzejczyk. Stick around till the end and we've got you covered. Don't miss out on our next update. Subscribe and get your hands on the latest stories before the rest. First up, let's talk about why Leon Edwards called Jorge Masvidal a little rat. So Leon Edwards is planning his first title defense after he wins the UFC welterweight title. He wants to take on his old foe, Jorge Masvidal. During the MMA Hour, Leon Edwards stated,
I thought you little pussy. I don't know, would have done it anyway. I like a feeling would have done it, I don't think he wants to fight, and I've always said that he doesn't want to fight me. And obviously I would have loved for that fight to happen. When I won the bout, I was saying the other day, when I won the bout, I'll give him the title shot, that'd be a fantastic fight in UK. Bring it back to the 02 where it happened.
Oh my God.
For the title. That's what I want to do next. I
don't care.
I'll offer it to him. I'll offer it to him. If it happens in the UK, sure.
Would that be the dream scenario for you? Obviously you win, but the first title, him?
Yeah, when I win, like I said, my dream scenario would be to bring him back to London and to headline London. I never got an opportunity to headline London, First I meant to do it on Woodley, then that got cancelled because of COVID, and so I always want to come back home and do it, so yeah.
Leon Edwards then referred to the incident when Jorge Masvidal allegedly attacked rival Colby Covington outside a restaurant in Miami following their fight at UFC 272. Edwards said,
"Yeah, I've seen it. That boy's a little rat. Even though Colby shouldn't have snitched, but Masvidal's just a little rat to even he's like a sneaky run up behind you, throw a shot, then ducks off. He's just a weirdo."
But you got a lot of street cred for that.
Now let's look at why fans are convinced Jiri Prochazka tapped out before winning UFC gold. So some fans are of the opinion that Jiri Prochazka tapped out during his light heavyweight title fight with Glover Teixeira at UFC 275 this weekend. So Prochazka and Teixeira met inside the octagon in Singapore during the event's headline fight, and it turned out to be a classic fight. It was full of momentum swings and featured the best of mixed martial arts. The fight nearly went the distance. Although Teixeira appeared seconds away from retaining his 205-pound belt, Prochazka caught him in a rear naked choke and forced the tap. With only 3 fights in the promotion, Prochazka did it and emerged as the undisputed light heavyweight king. The issue is that some fans are disputing it. They believe that Teixeira should have been crowned the winner after Prochazka appeared to tap during the fight. Fans have shared clips on Twitter where Teixeira was pounding on Prochazka at one point. He tapped his opponent's head several times. Let's now talk about what Anthony Smith has to say about the Jiri Prochazka versus Glover Teixeira fight. As we mentioned before, Jiri Prochazka and Glover Teixeira may have put on one of the best fights of the year at UFC 275. But light heavyweight contender Anthony Smith is not so convinced, and he feels that he didn't see the best of either man on Saturday. Despite a back-and-forth war capped off by Prochazka pulling off an improbable submission to finish Teixeira in the 5th round, Smith saw a lot of deficiencies on display from both fighters, which likely allowed the title fight to play out the way it did. During the MMA Hour, Anthony Smith said,
"To be honest, I think both of those guys had the worst performances of their life at the same time."
Wow.
Because I really do. For the first time, Glover looked a little old. For the first time in a while.
Yeah.
That's not the Glover I got.
Right.
That's not the one Thiago Santos got.
Right.
I don't know who that guy was, but fortunately for him, I think Prochazka had one of the worst performances he could have possibly had too. And they just made terrible decisions. Like the fight IQ, if you would have put it together, wouldn't be in the double digits during that fight. They both didn't fight smart at all.
Lastly, we will look at this cage-side video of Zhang Weili spinning back fist KO of Joanna Jedrzejczyk, and it's insane. Heading into UFC 275, we wondered if Zhang Weili and Joanna Jedrzejczyk could come close to matching the intensity of their 2020 fight of the year. And for one round, they sure as hell did their best. Then, in the middle of round 2, it was all over in devastating fashion after Weili connected with a spinning back fist that sent Jedrzejczyk crashing face first into the canvas. The knockout looked incredible live on the pay-per-view broadcast, and the subsequent replays only made our jaws drop even further. Did you hear that crack? That was the sound of Weili's forearm connecting with Jedrzejczyk's face. And that's a wrap. Let us know your thoughts in the comments.